Department of Psychology and Department of Physical Education and Sports in collaboration with Physical Education Foundation of India, National Sports Promotion Organization and PEFI Karnataka chapter recognized by Ministry of Youth Affairs and Sports. I once again welcome you all for the second day, 7 days faculty development program. So today's resource person for the faculty development program is Dr. Reena Punia, who is going to speak on stress management. I would like to introduce Dr. Reena Punia, ma'am. Ma'am is serving as an associate professor and deputy director, physical education at Manipal University, Jaipur. She was the head of department physical education at GECRC University, Jaipur, Rajasthan, India till June 2015. She did her Master of Physical Education in 2004 from University of Rajasthan, Jaipur, and PhD from MLC University, Udaipur, Rajasthan. Ma'am has published one book and edited more than 6 books, and almost 20 papers ma'am has published in national and international journals. Ma'am is the member of many national and international organizations and journals. She has a vast experience as an administrator in the field of promotion and organization of sports activities. Dr. Punia is also awarded by Government of Rajasthan as a Best Athletics Coach in 2009 at New Rajasthan PG College, Rajasthan. With these few words, I welcome ma'am for this today's session from the principals, management, and all the faculty members. Ma'am is going to speak on stress management. I welcome ma'am and all the participants for the second day session. I handed over this session to host.
Good morning.
Good morning, ma'am.
Now, shall I start?
Ma'am, we request you to begin with your session. We welcome you, ma'am.
Okay, thank you very much, ma'am.
Thank you.
First of all, I would like to welcome the all participants and congratulate to organizing team to organize such a wonderful program to develop the faculty of physical education in the India. Right now, everyone is aware the situation of all the world due to COVID. So such kind of programs will help us update to the physical education program and many things. So maybe today's my session will be on the stress management through yoga. So all participants related to physical education, that's why all were aware about the yoga and exercise, how can help us to come out the stress. But first of all, I would like to some things related to COVID and how important our physical education after COVID situation या come out to COVID situations. So जब भी कभी भी वर्ल्ड में क्राइसिस आए हैं तो उसके बाद कौन सी चीज हमारे लिए महत्वपूर्ण रही है, उनमें से सबसे महत्वपूर्ण है फिजिकल एजुकेशन, जिसके से कि हम अपनी गुणवत्तापूर्ण जीवन को बढ़ा सकते हैं. कोरोना संकट एंड सर मैं सभी को बताना चाहूंगी कि एज पर asked by organizing committee, I will use the bi-language, Hindi and English both. If please ask me where anywhere any problem, please ask me. I can change the language. So please.
Ma'am, you can use both the language. There's no problem.
विश्व का आज का सबसे बड़ा संकट है, जिसमें कि पूरे विश्व को एक साथ घरों में बंद करके रख दिया है और मानव जीवन की पूरी दिनचर्या को प्रभावित किया है। तो और हमें महसूस करने को मजबूर भी कर दिया है कि सबसे महत्वपूर्ण जीवन में है क्या चीज। मानव समाज सब कुछ भूलकर अपने आप को बचाने में लग गया है तथा हर तरीके से रोग प्रतिरोधक क्षमता को बढ़ाने लग गया है। जब भी कोई बड़ी त्रासदी हुई है तो मानव जीवन मूल्यों में हमेशा परिवर्तन आया है। जैसे कि दूसरे विश्व युद्ध त्रासदी के बाद हमने सोचा था, हर किसी ने सोचा था कि ऐसा कभी भी नहीं होना चाहिए और हर किसी को लग के जीवन मूल्यों को स्थापित करने वाली योजना बनानी चाहिए तथा जीवन मूल्यों को एनहांसमेंट कैसे हो सकता है, या फिर यूं कहें कि फिजिकल एजुकेशन एंड मेंटल डेवलपमेंट कैसे हो सकता है, ऐसी योजनाएं पूरे विश्व में बनाई जानी चाहिए ताकि दोबारा ऐसी क्राइसिस की सिचुएशन नहीं आए, या फिर अपने आप को प्रूव करने के लिए ऐसी सिचुएशन नहीं आए जिसमें कि सब कुछ विध्वंस हो जाए। तो ये मानव जीवन को स्थापित करने वाली योजनाओं पे विशेष फोकस किया गया था सेकेंड वर्ल्ड वॉर के बाद। तो ऐसी सिचुएशन अब इस कोविड सिचुएशन के बाद भी होने वाली है। ऐसा जैसे कि 2020 एक ऐसा साल जो हम सभी के जो युग को दोहराने वाला साल है। व्यक्तिगत रूप से और सामाजिक रूप से इस संकट क्या परिणाम निकलेंगे ये कोई भी नहीं जानता है, बट लेकिन ये सुनिश्चित है कि स्वास्थ्य और जीवन की गुणवत्ता निश्चित रूप से पोस्ट कोरोना अवधि में हर व्यक्ति की प्राथमिकता होगी। जहां पर स्वास्थ्य और जीवन मूल्य को प्राथमिकता दी जाएगी, वहां पर संभवतः फिजिकल एजुकेशन और स्पोर्ट्स सभी भारतीयों की प्राथमिकता होगी। जैसे कि जीवन मूल्य के एनहांसमेंट के लिए सर मेंटल टफनेस सबसे जरूरी है, और मेंटल टफनेस कहाँ से आता है? फिजिकल एक्टिविटी से, या हाईएस्ट वर्क एथिक से, या फिर हाईएस्ट फाइट बैक एटीट्यूड से। और ये कहाँ पे सिखाया जाता है? कि ओनली वी कैन लर्न थ्रू द स्पोर्ट्स एक्टिविटीज, एंड स्पोर्ट्स इज द मेजर पार्ट टू चेंज द आवर सोसाइटी। जीवन की गुणवत्ता को संतुष्टि से देखा जाता है। जीवन की संतुष्टि, जब भी कोई क्राइसिस होता है तब कैसे आता है? अपने जीवन में, या फिर सोसाइटी में, या फिर जैसे कि असामंजस्य की स्थिति कैसे होती है? जब हम अपने आप से संतुष्ट नहीं है, सोसाइटी से संतुष्ट नहीं है, गवर्नमेंट से संतुष्ट नहीं है, या वर्ल्ड वाइड जो एक्टिविटी चल रही है उससे कोई संतुष्ट नहीं है। तो जीवन की गुणवत्ता किससे देखी जाती है? जीवन की संतुष्टि से देखी जाती है, जिसमें कि शारीरिक, सामाजिक, परिवार, शिक्षा, रोजगार, धन, सुरक्षा से लेकर स्वतंत्रता, धार्मिक विश्वास तथा परिवार पर्यावरण तक के सब कुछ शामिल होता है। लेकिन हमें जीवन की गुणवत्ता के आयामों के संदर्भ में स्वास्थ्य एवं स्वास्थ्य की देखभाल के आयामों पर पुनः विचार करने की आवश्यकता होगी। शारीरिक फिटनेस पर विशेष ध्यान देना होगा। इन परिस्थितियों में कैसे बाहर आया जा सकता है, इसके लिए हमें शारीरिक और मानसिक सुदृढ़ता को विकसित करने वाले गुणवत्तापूर्ण पाठ्यक्रम गवर्नमेंट के माध्यम से या सोसाइटी में हमें लागू करने होंगे, जो कि हर बच्चे के लिए और हर टीचर के लिए या हर एक नागरिक तक पहुंचाने में सक्षम होंगे, क्योंकि इसके माध्यम क्या होंगे? स्कूल और कॉलेज एजुकेशन। तो जैसे अभी अपन देखते हैं, मैं राजस्थान की बात कर रही हूँ, पुलिस एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन या पुलिस विभाग में एक वीक में 4 लोगों ने सुसाइड किया। किससे? कि बहुत रीजन जो भी रहे होंगे, बट जो मेन रीजन ये था कि कोविड टाइम में जो लंबे टाइम से ना कोई छुट्टी पे जा रहा है, इतना स्ट्रेसफुल एनवायरनमेंट है, पूरा स्ट्रेस है, ड्यूटी का भी स्ट्रेस है, सोसाइटी का भी है, पब्लिक भी उनसे एक अलग तरीके का काम चाहती है। तो सर इन सबको देखते हुए हमें ऐसे मानसिक टफनेस को डेवलप करने वाले प्रोग्राम्स की जरूरत है, और इसके सबसे बड़ा कारण है स्ट्रेस इन सब के पीछे। और बीइंग ए स्पोर्ट्स or physical education teachers, it's our responsibility to create the syllabus like that through the ministry or through the our local governments. तो स्ट्रेस क्या है? स्ट्रेस सभी जानते हैं कि स्ट्रेस फिजिकल मैं एक पिक्चर आपको दिखाऊंगी. You can see this picture. Everywhere in whole world you can see, and कोई भी चाहे बच्चा हो चाहे बूढ़ा हो, everywhere stress is there. Stress, time to relax is when you don't have time for it. कई बार क्या अपन करना कुछ चाहते हैं कर नहीं पाते, वो भी एक बहुत बड़ा स्ट्रेस का कारण होता है. आजकल बच्चों का स्ट्रेस का कारण क्या है? लॉकडाउन पीरियड में घर से बाहर नहीं जा पाते हैं, दोस्तों से नहीं मिल पाते हैं, नए मोबाइल्स नहीं मिल पा रहे हैं, या जो भी है, ये छोटे छोटी चीजें भी उनके लिए बहुत बड़ा स्ट्रेस का कारण हो सकता है. क्योंकि पेरेंट्स पूरे दिन घर में रह रहे हैं और वो ना मोबाइल पे गेम खेल पा रहे हैं प्रॉपर, क्योंकि पेरेंट्स के पास आजकल टाइम है बच्चों को देखने. मैं अभी एक पीछे देख रही थी कि एक बच्चे ने इसलिए सुसाइड किया कि पेरेंट्स ने उसको पबजी नहीं खेलने दिया. तो बताइए, मेंटल टफनेस, स्ट्रेस लेवल कहाँ पहुंच गया. और एक मैं यूं कहें कि सहन शक्ति बिल्कुल समाज में नहीं रही, तो कहीं न कहीं अपनी एजुकेशन भी इसके लिए बहुत बड़ी जिम्मेदार है. नैतिकतापूर्ण शिक्षा का पूर्ण रूप से अपनी शिक्षा में अभाव है. सी दिस पिक्चर प्लीज. स्ट्रेस, एक छोटा सा बच्चा जो पैदा ही हुआ है, साल भर का भी नहीं है, उसको भी स्ट्रेस है. और एक वर्ड शक्तिशाली ओबामा साहब को भी स्ट्रेस है. किसी को लाइफ में नहीं पाने का स्ट्रेस है और किसी को पा लेने के बाद उसको मैनेज करने का स्ट्रेस है. तो आई कैन से स्ट्रेस इज एवरीवेयर. ओनली डेड पर्सन विदाउट स्ट्रेस, सिर्फ डेथ के बाद स्ट्रेस नहीं है, अदरवाइज जो भी जिंदा है उसको स्ट्रेस है. जिसको मिल गया उसको मेंटेन करने का स्ट्रेस है, और जिसको नहीं मिला उसको पाने का स्ट्रेस है. तो ये सबसे बड़ा मेंटल टफनेस के थ्रू ही हम स्ट्रेस को, या जीवन गुणवत्तापूर्ण जीवन के थ्रू ही स्ट्रेस को हम कंट्रोल कर सकते हैं. स्ट्रेस की मैं फुल फॉर्म, स्ट्रेस, S for someone, T for trying to, R for repair, E for every, S for situation, S solo. And sir, stress is choice. जैसे कि सेम सिचुएशन में अपन काम करते हैं, फिर भी एक व्यक्ति बहुत स्ट्रेसफुल है और एक बड़ा रिलैक्स है. तो यू कैन सी दिस. स्ट्रेस चॉइस है, व्यक्ति अपनी चॉइस से लेता है. यूं कहें कि उनके थॉट प्रोसेस से स्ट्रेस आता है. एक सिचुएशन किसी के लिए बहुत पॉजिटिव हो सकती है, वही सेम सिचुएशन दूसरे के लिए बहुत नेगेटिव. तो वी कैन से स्ट्रेस इज द चॉइस. जैसे बारिश में एक बंदा छाते से अपने आप को प्रोटेक्ट कर रहा है और दूसरा बारिश का आनंद ले रहा है. तो वो सेम सिचुएशन एक बंदे के लिए कैसी होती है दोस्तों. तो ये थॉट प्रोसेस, स्ट्रेस ओनली बिकम, या स्ट्रेसफुल व्यक्ति किसी के एक सिर्फ थॉट प्रोसेस से आता है. ऐसा नहीं है. एक जैसे एक ही डिपार्टमेंट में काम कर रहे हैं, एक व्यक्ति को खूब सारा काम मिलता है, वो बहुत खुश होता है कि मुझे काम. दूसरे को काम मिलता है और बोलता है कि क्या पूरे दिन काम, बॉस की डांट पड़ती है. एक दूसरा सोचता है कि मैं इतना कैपेबल हूं कि मुझे ही काम मिलता है, दूसरा किसी को मतलब इतना मेरे बराबर योग्य कोई है ही नहीं डिपार्टमेंट में. दूसरा इस सिचुएशन को इस तरीके से लेता है. तो स्ट्रेस इज योर चॉइस. So now we will talk about the common cause of the stress. We all know कि but जनरल कारण क्या होते हैं स्ट्रेस के. अभी जैसे स्ट्रेस के सबसे बड़े कारण, घरों में आप रह रहे हो, टोका टाकी, ये करो वो करो, लाइट ऑन करो, स्विच ऑफ करो, ये भी एक स्ट्रेस का कारण है. जैसे कि मदर इन लॉ और डॉटर इन लॉ एक साथ रह रही है, मदर इन लॉ ने थोड़ा सा सजेशन दे दिया, वो भी डॉटर इन लॉ के लिए बहुत बड़ा स्ट्रेस का कारण हो जाता है. या फिर डॉटर इन लॉ ऑफिस की वजह से प्रॉपर अपना काम नहीं कर पा रही है, वो भी मदर इन लॉ के लिए बहुत बड़ा स्ट्रेस का कारण हो सकता है. तो बहुत ही कॉमन कॉजेज हैं जो स्ट्रेस को बढ़ा सकते हैं, पर इससे रिलीफ कैसे किया जा सकता है, ये भी अपना ड्यू टू फिजिकल एजुकेशन प्रोफेशनल्स, दिस आवर ड्यूटी टू स्ट्रेस, क्रिएट द स्ट्रेस फ्री एनवायरनमेंट। तो कॉमन कुछ बीइंग अनहैप्पीनेस योर जॉब, जैसे कुछ लोगों के लिए जॉब को बड़ा आनंदित होते हैं, जैसे कि उनकी इनकम बिल्कुल कम है, फिर भी वो अपनी फैमिली को बहुत अच्छे से मेंटेन करते हैं, सोशल एक्टिविटीज का भी बेनिफिट देते हैं और एवरी टाइम हैप्पी हैप्पी हैप्पी। और एक आदमी करोड़ों में कमाता है, फिर भी फैमिली के लिए टाइम नहीं है और बिल्कुल भी स्ट्रेस फ्री लाइफ नहीं जी रहा है, ना ऑफिस में वो प्रॉपर कर पा रहा है। तो ये आपके ऊपर खुद पे डिपेंड करता है कि आप अपनी क्वालिटी ऑफ लाइफ कैसे जी रहे हैं, कैसे मेंटेन कर रहे हैं, या आपका मेंटल स्टेटस कैसा है, या फिर यूं कहें कि आपका थॉट प्रोसेस कैसा है। उसे एक बंदा 20,000 में भी बहुत अच्छा काम चला रहा है और स्ट्रेस फ्री लाइफ जी रहा है, एक करोड़ों कमाकर भी स्ट्रेस फ्री लाइफ नहीं जी रहा, टाइमली सो नहीं पा रहा है, या फिर यूं कहें कि सेटिस्फाइड नहीं है, हर चीज में अनहैप्पी। तो ये क्या है, सबसे बड़ा कारण हो सकता है बीइंग अनहैप्पी विद योर जॉब, हैविंग ए हेवी वर्कलोड और टू मच रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी एट द, तो बहुत ज्यादा रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी भी होती है, जैसे कई बार वो टाइम ही नहीं, बंदा बहुत अच्छा है, थॉट प्रोसेस भी बहुत अच्छा है, पर इतना वर्कलोड है, रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटीज है कि कुछ के लिए टाइम ही नहीं मिल पाता, और एक दिन वो ही सिचुएशन उसके लिए क्या बन जाती है, स्ट्रेसफुल बन जाती है। लॉन्ग वर्किंग आवर्स भी, जो कि एंटरटेनमेंट वगैरह के लिए कभी अपन टाइम नहीं देते हैं, लगता है बहुत काम कर रहे हैं, पर एक दिन उसके परिणाम बहुत बुरे होते हैं। हैविंग पुअर मैनेजमेंट, अनक्लियर सिचुएशंस एंड लेस डिसीजन पावर, या फिर या कहें कि डिसीजन पावर, पुअर डिसीजन मेकिंग पावर भी स्ट्रेस का बहुत बड़ा कारण होता है। वर्किंग अंडर द डेंजरस कंडीशन, जैसे राइट नाउ पुलिस डिपार्टमेंट वर्किंग इन द डेंजरस कंडीशन, we can say COVID-19 situation is very dangerous condition for police and medical departments. तो मैंने जैसे सेशन स्टार्ट करने से पहले आपको एग्जांपल दिया था कि पुलिस डिपार्टमेंट का एक ही वीक में 4 जगह सुसाइड के केस आए थे, तो ये बहुत बड़ा कारण होता है कि आप डेंजरस कंडीशन में जहाँ काम करते हैं, डिजास्टर मैनेजमेंट के लिए, या फिर कई बार अपने को लगता है जैसे आर्मी पर्सन्स जो काम कर रहे हैं, तो कई बार उनके ये स्ट्रेस का कारण हो सकता है। Being unsecure about your chance and एडवांसमेंट और रिस्क ऑफ द टर्मिनेशन, कई बार जैसे कि पुलिस डिपार्टमेंट का ही मैं एक मेनली एग्जांपल ही ले रही हूँ, कोविड सिचुएशन में उनका कोई भी गलती नहीं होती है, फिर भी उनके टर्मिनेशन के चांस पब्लिक की मिस्टेक से, कई बार अपने को भी जैसे स्टूडेंट्स की मिस्टेक होती है, फिर भी अपने को रिस्क रहते हैं कि हाँ अपने ऊपर सिचुएशन नहीं है, या आर्मी पर्सन को ले लीजिए, या कहीं भी जो हैवी रिस्क फैक्टर्स से जो काम करते हैं, तो टर्मिनेशन रिस्क भी स्ट्रेस के लिए बहुत बड़ा होता है। हैविंग टू गिव स्पीच इन फ्रंट और कॉलेजेस, कई बार ये होता है कि कईयों को क्या है, स्टेज फियर होता है, स्टेज बहुत इंटेलिजेंट है, पर स्टेज फियर की वजह से भी उनको कई बार मजबूरन जाना पड़ता है, तो ये बहुत बड़ा स्ट्रेस का कारण होता है। Facing discrimination or harassment at work, especially in your company, is not supporting you. जैसे कई बार क्या अपन बहुत अच्छा करना चाहते हैं, कोई बंदा बहुत अच्छा करना चाहता है, बट वो नहीं कर पाता है क्योंकि बॉस सपोर्ट नहीं करता है, ऑर्गेनाइजेशन सपोर्ट नहीं करता है, तो जो करना चाहते हैं कर नहीं पाते, इट इज द बिगेस्ट रीजन ऑफ द स्ट्रेस। जैसे ये तो मैं कॉमन स्ट्रेस की बात कर रही थी। अब राइट नाउ आई विल टॉक टू लाइफ stress can also have a big impact. Example of life stress I will give you. तो लाइफ स्ट्रेस जो कि अपने पर्सनल से रिलेटेड होते हैं, खुद से रिलेटेड होते हैं, हालांकि हमें पता है कि इनका कोई सॉल्यूशन नहीं है जो हो चुका है, सिर्फ वी कैन कंट्रोल थ्रू द मेंटल टफनेस, बट कई अपन अवॉइड नहीं कर सकते उस टाइप की स्ट्रेस, जैसे कि डेथ ऑफ द लव वन, किसी बहुत ही क्लोज बंदे की डेथ होना, जैसे तमिलनाडु की मुख्यमंत्री की जब डेथ हुई थी तो आप लोगों ने देखा था कि कितने बंदे स्ट्रेसफुल थे और सुसाइड कर रहे थे लोग। तो ये क्या था, जो कि लाइफ से रिलेटेड जो स्ट्रेस होती है, किसी को आप इतना बेहद लाइक करते हैं, उसकी डेथ भी आपके लिए बहुत बड़ा स्ट्रेस का कारण होता है। डिवोर्स जैसे कि आजकल सोसाइटी में चल रहा है, मैं एक स्टडी पढ़ रही थी कि 20% ओनली सक्सेसफुल मैरिज, मोस्ट ऑफ। तो ये भी एक, डिवोर्स भी बहुत बड़ा रीजन है स्ट्रेस का। लॉस ऑफ जॉब्स, जैसे अभी कोविड सिचुएशन में या तो विश्वव्यापी मंदी आई थी 2008 में, विश्वव्यापी मंदी में बहुत से लोगों ने अपनी जॉब खो दी थी और बहुत बड़ा स्ट्रेसफुल एनवायरनमेंट क्रिएट हुआ था। और अभी भी कोविड सिचुएशन में भी, जैसे अभी मैं कई बार देख रही हूँ सुसाइड किस लिए हो गया, कि जॉब चली गई और कार का उनका इंस्टॉलमेंट का पैसा ही नहीं भर पा रहे हैं टाइम पे। तो ये जॉब लॉस भी बहुत बड़ा स्ट्रेस का कारण होता है। इंक्रीज इन फाइनेंशियल ऑब्लिगेशन, जैसे कई बार क्या, फाइनेंशियल ऑब्लिगेशन, अपनी कमा रहे हैं 20,000, खर्च कर रहे हैं 30,000, 20,000 is income and expenditure is 30,000. It is the biggest reason of the stress. So increase the financial obligation is also the lifetime life stress reason. Getting married, कई बार मैरिज होने के बाद भी स्ट्रेस, नहीं होना भी एक स्ट्रेस का कारण बन जाता है किसी के लिए, पर होने के बाद भी कि वैचारिक मतभेद है, फाइनेंशियल ऑब्लिगेशन बढ़ जाते हैं, रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी, मोस्ट ऑफ टाइम ये भी लाइफ स्ट्रेस का एक रीजन है। मूविंग टू न्यू हाउस, क्रॉनिकल इलनेस और इंजरी, ये भी स्ट्रेस का कारण है। इमोशनल प्रॉब्लम्स जैसे डिप्रेशन है, एंजाइटी है, एंगर है, ग्रीफ है, गिल्ट है, लो सेल्फ स्टीम। टेकिंग केयर ऑफ द एल्डरली या सिक फैमिली मेंबर, ये भी बहुत बड़ा रीजन होता है। एंड ट्रॉमेटिक इवेंट्स such as a natural disaster, theft, rape, or violence against you or your loved one, also the life stress. Effect of stress on your health. If you have been stressed out for a short period of time, you may start to notice some of these physical signals: headaches, fatigue, difficulty in sleeping, difficulty in concentration, upset stomach, irritability. जैसे कई बार क्या इरिटेटिंग करती है छोटी छोटी चीजें, तो इट्स ऑल्सो द रीजन ऑफ स्ट्रेस। सो टाइम, when stress become a long term that is not probably addressed, it can be leads to number of more serious health condition or increasing. अगर स्ट्रेस है और ये लंबे टाइम चलती है तो बहुत सीरियस हो सकती है, जैसे कि आपने सुना हो ये डिप्रेशन में चले जाना, ये सब शॉर्ट टर्म स्ट्रेस जब लॉन्ग टर्म में चली जाती है और प्रॉपरली इसको डायग्नोस नहीं किया जाता है, टाइमली एडजस्ट नहीं किया जाता है, तो ये बहुत बड़ा रूप धारण कर लेती है। और मेंटल इलनेस का, जिसको अपन नाम दे सकते हैं डिप्रेशन, जो कि कुछ के बारे में मैं अभी जिक्र करने जा रही हूँ। डिप्रेशन, हाई ब्लड प्रेशर, abnormal हार्ट बीट्स, हार्ट डिजीज, हार्ट अटैक, हार्ट बर्न, अल्सर, upset stomach, cramps, constipation, and changes in the sex drive, fertility problems, flare ups to asthma or the and skin problems such as the and acne. तो स्ट्रेस के रीजन तो अपन ने देखे हैं और क्या क्या प्रॉब्लम हो सकती है, बट इसको मैनेज कैसे किया जा सकता है। स्ट्रेस कैन बी मैनेज थ्रू द प्राणायाम, योगा, एंड देयर इज द 10 वे टू मेक इजियर स्ट्रेस। उससे पहले मैं कुछ लाइफ स्टाइल की बात करूंगी, उसके थ्रू भी अपन स्ट्रेस को मैनेज कर सकते हैं, या क्वालिटी लाइफ हैव द इक्वली role to manage the stress. अब क्वालिटी लाइफ किसे कहते हैं? क्वालिटी लाइफ वो लाइफ होती है जो हर व्यक्ति जीवन की हर एक्टिविटीज में भाग लेने में सक्षम होता है और भाग लेने के साथ साथ उसका आनंद भी उठाता है, तो दैट इज कॉल्ड क्वालिटी लाइफ। अब क्वालिटी लाइफ को इम्प्रूव कैसे किया जा सकता है? तो ड्यू टू टाइम ड्यूरेशन, shortly I will ask 3-4 quality lives. हाईएस्ट वर्क एथिक्स, जैसे कि किसी व्यक्ति ने अपने लाइफ में थ्रू मेंटल टफनेस हाईएस्ट वर्क एथिक्स सेट कर लिए हैं, तो कोई भी चीज उसको डिप्रेस नहीं कर सकती या स्ट्रेस नहीं कर सकती। जैसे कि वर्क को प्रायोरिटी दी, तो विराट कोहली का उदाहरण सबको पता होगा कि एक तरफ उनके फादर की डेथ हो जाती है और दूसरी तरफ उनके सामने मैच होता है और दोनों में उनको चूज करना होता है कि मैच छोड़ के उनको फादर के वहां जाना है या फिर मदर को संभालने जाना है या फिर मैच खेलना है। अगर वो मैच नहीं खेलते हैं तो आगे के मैच में वो जगह नहीं बना पा रहे हैं, तो उन्होंने दोनों सिचुएशन में से अपने वर्क एथिक्स के थ्रू क्रिकेट को चूज किया और आज उनका रिजल्ट हम देख रहे हैं कि आज विश्व के टॉप क्रिकेटर्स में उनका नाम आता है। तो कभी भी किसी भी जीवन की गुणवत्ता को सेट करने के लिए हाईएस्ट वर्क सेट करने होते हैं, हाईएस्ट फाइट बैक एटीट्यूड डेवलप करना पड़ता है। हाईएस्ट वर्क जो ये फाइट बैक एटीट्यूड है, ये माइकल फिलिप्स के उदाहरण से आप जान सकते हैं कि 2004 में उन्होंने जब कुछ मेडल ही लिए और जब उनके फैंस बोल रहे थे कि हो सकता है 2008 में ये विश्व के सबसे ज्यादा मेडल जीतने वाले बन सकते हैं, तो उनके कॉम्पिटिटर ने बोला था कि ऐसा कभी नहीं हो सकता। और माइकल फिलिप्स ने ये बात सुन ली थी, तो उन्होंने उनकी एक हाथ में इंजरी भी हो गई थी, फ्रैक्चर हुआ था 2006 में और डॉक्टर ने बोला था कि आप उस स्पीड से अब आगे कभी भी स्विमिंग नहीं कर पाएंगे। तो उन्होंने ये सोचा था फाइट बैक एटीट्यूड के थ्रू, ठीक है मैं नहीं कर पाऊंगा तो मैं मेहनत को बढ़ा दूंगा, मेहनत वर्किंग आवर्स जो मैं कर रहा हूँ हार्ड वर्क थोड़ा और ज्यादा करूंगा और उसके साथ साथ मैं हार्ड वर्क के साथ साथ मैं हाथों के बजाय मैं पाँवों का यूज ज्यादा करूंगा। तो आप सबने रिजल्ट देखा था कि सबसे ज्यादा गोल्ड मेडल जीतने वाले खिलाड़ी वो विश्व के बने भी। तो फाइट बैक एटीट्यूड होना चाहिए। फाइट हमेशा अपने साथ होती है क्योंकि हम सिस्टम और दूसरों के साथ फाइट नहीं कर सकते, अपने साथ करनी पड़ती है। सो आई कैन से डोंट लिमिट योर चैलेंजेस, चैलेंज योर लिमिट्स। जिस दिन हमने अपनी लिमिट्स को चैलेंज करना सीख लिया तो कोई भी चीज अपने को स्ट्रेस नहीं करेगी और कम अप करने में हमें बेनिफिट मिलेगा। तो ये थे दो एग्जांपल जो ग्रेट स्पोर्ट्स पर्संस की मैं दे रही हूँ, जिन्होंने अपनी सिचुएशन से लड़ के विश्व के सामने प्रूव किया था कि एवरीवन कैन डू एवरीथिंग इफ ही एंड शी वांट्स। सो प्राणायाम, तो प्राणायाम सभी जानते हैं क्योंकि अपन फिजिकल एजुकेशन से जुड़े हुए हैं। तो मैंने रामदेव जी के इस लिंक के माध्यम से मैं प्राणायाम कैसे स्टेप्स को रिलीज करता है, व्हाट इज द प्राणायाम, मे बी दिस इज नॉट beneficial for we all because we all are related to physical education and we know the प्राणायाम में सिर्फ अनुलोम विलोम को मैं कवर कर रही हूँ के थ्रू। जैसे ऐसा है जो कि आप ऑफिस में भी कर रहे हैं, स्ट्रेस फील कर रहे हैं, तो आप कहीं भी किसी भी सिचुएशन में आप बैठे हैं तो आप प्राणायाम कर सकते हैं। स्टेप्स, you can say the steps of the pranayam or maybe all are aware about the step of the pranayam। मैं इनको स्किप कर रही हूँ प्राणायाम के स्टेप्स को। अब योगा आसन, सूर्य नमस्कार is the beneficial आसन्स फॉर द स्ट्रेस रिलीज। कुछ आसन जो ऑफिस में भी अपन कर सकते हैं, कहीं भी कर सकते हैं, जो कि कंसंट्रेशन को बढ़ाते हैं और स्ट्रेस को रिलीज करते हैं, ब्लड सर्कुलेशन को बढ़ाते हैं, एक्टिविटी को बढ़ाते हैं और स्ट्रेस रिलीज करते हैं। तो यू कैन सी इन द pictures. Grudasans, you all are know कि किसको करना चाहिए किसको नहीं करना चाहिए। कंसंट्रेशन बढ़ाने के लिए बहुत अच्छा ईगल पोज आसन है, और इस आसन को करने से फ्लेक्सिबिलिटी बढ़ती है, कोऑर्डिनेशन एबिलिटी बहुत अच्छी होती है, कंसंट्रेशन पावर बहुत बढ़ती है। और ये किसको नहीं करना चाहिए? नी, एल्बो, एंकल एंड रिस्ट इंजरी वाले को ये अवॉइड करना चाहिए, नहीं करना चाहिए। अब इस पे उत्तान आसन, उत्तान आसन भी आप जैसे कि लंच से पहले ऑफिस में भी कर सकते हैं, अगर आप सुबह से हम टाइम नहीं निकाल पा रहे हैं तो स्ट्रेस रिलीज के लिए जस्ट ये आसन आप कर सकते हैं। और किसको नहीं करना चाहिए? बैक पेन वालों को नहीं करना चाहिए ये आसन, और हाई ब्लड प्रेशर वाले को भी नहीं। चाइल्ड पोज आसन वी ऑल्सो बेनिफिशियल फॉर द रिलीज द स्ट्रेस। बैक पेन वाले को नहीं करना चाहिए, नी इंजरी वाले को नहीं, और प्रेग्नेंट लेडीज को भी इसको अवॉइड करना चाहिए। वज्रासन एक ऐसा आसन है जो कभी भी आप लंच डिनर इसके बाद भी आप कर सकते हैं। नी इंजरी वाले को इसको अवॉइड करना चाहिए, काफ इंजरीज और इनको भी अवॉइड करना चाहिए। अब स्ट्रेस को कैसे इजियर किया जा सकता है, कैसे एक्सरसाइज के थ्रू, और इसके जो जनरल वेज कौन से हैं? सो स्ट्रेस को अगर जनरली अपने को रिलीज करना है तो देयर इज द 10 वेज। मैं यहाँ मतलब ये नहीं है कि मैंने जो 10 बताए हैं वही होंगे, उसके अलावा भी बहुत से हो सकते हैं, हर व्यक्ति अपने अपने स्ट्रेस रिलीज के लिए। जैसे कि ये माउंट आबू में ब्रह्म कुमारी आश्रम में शिवानी मैडम इतना अच्छा स्ट्रेस मैनेजमेंट पे बताती हैं, और मैं उनको सुनती भी हूँ, और एक बार उनका लेक्चर सुनने के लिए लगता है, सुनने के बाद लगता है कि हाँ, जो हम ये माइंड को डिस्टर्ब करने वाली जो सिचुएशन है वो सिर्फ थॉट पे डिपेंड करता है, और व्यक्ति चाहता है तो इनसे कैसे भी निजात पाया जा सकता है। तो मैं सजेस्ट करूंगी कि जो शिवानी मैडम है उनके लेक्चर आप जरूर सुने। स्ट्रेस रिलीफ के लिए एक्सरसाइज सबसे बड़ा स्ट्रेस लीजिए, जैसे कि मेंटल टफनेस को इंक्रीज करने के लिए एक्सरसाइज बहुत ही बेनिफिशियल है। और एक्सरसाइज working out regular is the one of the best way to release your body and relax your body and mind. So exercise will improve our mood. So exercise is the better way to release the stress. और कैसे करनी चाहिए? तो कोविड सिचुएशन में एक्सरसाइज का जैसे WHO की गाइडलाइन आई थी कि आप अगर विग्रेस एक्टिविटीज कर रहे हैं तो 75 मिनट पर वीक, एंड अगर आप स्लो मोशन में कर रहे हैं तो 150 मिनट्स पर वीक होना ही होना चाहिए। और बेस्ट एक्सरसाइज स्विमिंग है, जॉगिंग है। तो आपके वेगरस एक्सरसाइज करते हैं तो ये बहुत स्विमिंग, जॉगिंग, ये बहुत ही ब्रेस्ट वॉक है, एक्सरसाइज, ये सब आप कर सकते हैं। और रिलैक्स योर मसल्स स्ट्रेचिंग के द्वारा, मसाज के द्वारा और प्रॉपर स्लीप के द्वारा भी आप ये मसल्स को रिलैक्स कर सकते हैं, स्ट्रेस से निजात पाया जा सकता है। प्रॉपर स्लीप बहुत एक प्रॉपर डाइट से भी बेटर काम करती है। डीप ब्रीदिंग, जैसे कि ब्रीथ कंट्रोल या डीप ब्रीदिंग बहुत बड़ा एक क्या सॉल्यूशन है इसको स्ट्रेस को अवॉइड करने का। तो जैसे कि मैं इसका एक उदाहरण भी देना चाहूंगी, और जितना ब्रीथ कंट्रोल होगा उतना आप इलनेस को अवॉइड करेंगे, या फिर यह कहें कि आपकी जो एज है, वर्किंग एज है, वो बढ़ती जाएगी। एक इसके टेबल के माध्यम से मैं आपको बताना चाहूंगी कि ब्रीथ रेट पर मिनट, जैसे कि जो जो प्राणी, जैसे मानव की कितना है या माउस का कितना है, रेबिट्स का कितना है, और जितना कम होगा पर मिनट उतनी ही एज है उसकी, लाइफ के ईयर्स ज्यादा है। फॉर एग्जांपल माउस टेकिंग ब्रीथ 120 मिनट्स पर मिनट, लाइफ years, only 3 years. Rabbit 40 breath counts per minute and age in years 8. Dog or monkey 30 breath per minute, age in years 15. Sheep 25 minute 25 breathe in per minute and age in years 25 years. Horse 20 breathe in per minute, age is 40 years. Human being 15 breathe in per minute, average age for all 80 years. Elephant 12 breathe in per minute, age is 120 years. Tortoise 6 breathe per minute, age is 150 years. Turtle 4 breathe in per minute, age is 250 years. अब स्ट्रेस रिलीज का फोर्थ जो वे है इज करने का, वो ईटिंग वेल, जो कि बैलेंस डाइट सबसे प्रॉपर, जैसे कई बार डाइट आप प्रॉपर नहीं लेते हैं, वो भी स्ट्रेस का बहुत बड़ा कारण होता है। इम्यूनिटी सिस्टम वीक हो जाती है, आपकी जो है वर्किंग कैपेसिटी भी कम होती है। डाइट आपके मूड को भी कंट्रोल करती है, और आप किस टाइप की डाइट लेते हैं उस पे भी बहुत बड़ा एक रीजन है कि आप किस टाइप की डाइट आप लेते हैं। स्लो डाउन, कई बार क्या है, जैसे सुना भी होगा कि भागम भाग से जिंदगी कितनी भागम भाग है कि खुद के लिए भी टाइम नहीं है, तो कुछ स्लो डाउन होना चाहिए, ब्रेक भी लेना चाहिए इसमें, और कुछ क्या स्ट्रेस रिलीज करने के लिए अपने टाइम निकालना चाहिए, और मनोरंजन वगैरह के लिए भी टाइम देना चाहिए। जैसे फॉर एग्जांपल वी आर गेटिंग सो मेनी मेल्स इन अ डे, तो जरूरी नहीं है कि 100 मेल एक दिन में है तो हम 100 मेल का जवाब भी उसी दिन दे, और यह प्रायोरिटी हमारी क्या है, तो प्रायोरिटीज को भी अपने को सेट करना होगा। और कई बार जैसे कि सिचुएशन ऐसी क्रिएट ये भी, तो हमें एक बेटर टीम बना के उसको काम करना, या फिर स्लो डाउन, कुछ ऐसे स्पीड को कम करना पड़ेगा। वर्किंग जैसे कि 100 मेल्स आ रही हैं, तो 100 का यू कैन सी इन द स्लाइड्स आई मेंशन मेनी रीजंस। और ड्राइविंग जैसे अपन कर रहे हैं, व्हेन वी आर ड्राइविंग, तो कौन सी लेन को चूज कर रहे हैं, जैसे स्लो डाउन के लिए हम लास्ट लेन को चूज कर सकते हैं। मेल्स बहुत ज्यादा हैं तो सबका हम एक ही दिन में जवाब देना जरूरी नहीं होता है, और स्मॉल स्मॉल वेज जो होते हैं वो हमारे बहुत बड़ी स्ट्रेस का कारण हो सकता है, तो हमें छोटी छोटी चीजों में भी अपनी एक हैप्पीनेस को ढूंढना चाहिए और उसको रिलीज, तो जो स्ट्रेस को रिलीज कर सकती है। टेक ए ब्रेक, यू नीड टू प्लान सम रियल down time to give your mind to relax the to relax your mind to free from the stress। तो इसके लिए आप क्या कर सकते हैं, तो listening to your favorite music and spending time with the nature, जैसे कि गार्डनिंग वगैरह किसी की हॉबी होती है, तो आप गार्डनिंग वगैरह इसमें आप स्ट्रेसफुल महसूस करते हो तो अपना फेवरेट म्यूजिक भी सुन सकते हो, गार्डनिंग में टाइम लगा सकते हो, या किसी की चॉइस होती है बच्चों के साथ खेलना। और ये मैं बताना चाहूंगी कि अपन जैसे बच्चों के साथ अगर खेलने की ये हैबिट है सर, ये बहुत बड़ा लर्निंग भी होती है, और प्लस बहुत अपन देख पाते हैं कि कितना क्लीन और क्लियर थॉट प्रोसेस होता है उन बच्चों का, तो ये भी अपने को एक स्ट्रेस रिलीज में बहुत बड़ा बेनिफिट देती है। मेक टाइम फॉर हैबिट्स, जैसे रीडिंग होना चाहिए, गार्डनिंग, किचनिंग, डूइंग द आर्ट प्रोजेक्ट, प्लेइंग गोल्फ, वाचिंग मूवी एंड प्लेइंग कार्ड्स एंड बोर्ड गेम्स। तो जैसे कि हर व्यक्ति का बीइंग ए फिजिकल एजुकेशन प्रोफेशनल, हमारी हैबिट्स गेम खेलना तो होनी चाहिए, उसके अलावा भी अपनी ऐसी हैबिट्स होनी चाहिए जिससे कि अपन अपने रूटीन वर्क से थोड़ा ब्रेक ले पाए और कुछ टाइम बिता पाए। टॉक अबाउट योर प्रॉब्लम्स, क्या सर कई बार बहुत बड़ी प्रॉब्लम नहीं होती है पर अपने को लगती है, और ना अपन बॉस से बात करते हैं उसके बारे में, ना कलीग से बात कर सकते हैं, ना किसी और से डिस्कशन नहीं करते अपनी प्रॉब्लम्स का, तो ये भी अपनी स्ट्रेस का सबसे बड़ा कारण होता है। तो हमें वी कैन ऑलवेज शेयर आवर प्रॉब्लम्स विद आवर कलीग्स, आवर डॉक्टर एंड आवर फ्रेंड्स। तो ये क्या है, स्ट्रेस रिड्यूस होती है एंड सेल्फ टॉक्स भी करनी चाहिए उसके लिए। जो नेगेटिविटी आती है या फिर कोई ऐसा बंदा होता है जिससे आपको नेगेटिविटी आ रही है या फिर कोई भी पॉजिटिव करने का मन नहीं होता है, तो ऐसे लोगों से भी हमें दूर रहना चाहिए और सेल्फ टॉक करनी चाहिए और प्रॉब्लम के बारे में बताना चाहिए। सब प्रॉब्लम कभी भी नहीं छुपानी चाहिए गाइस। फ्रेंड्स, हमेशा प्रॉब्लम बताने से अपने को सॉल्यूशन मिलेंगे और उस सॉल्यूशन के माध्यम से अपन अपने स्ट्रेस को कम। मैं एक एग्जांपल बताऊंगी कि प्रॉब्लम बताने से क्या होता है, कंसल्टेंट की क्या भूमिका होती है। एक बार ये क्रो थे, एक क्रो फैमिली थी जो कि बरगद के बहुत बड़े पेड़ में रहती थी। अब बरगद के पेड़ के नीचे कोबरा रहता था। अब उनको जब भी वो बच्चा पैदा करते और वो कोबरा उनको एग्स को ही खा जाता था। तो फीमेल क्रो ने बोला कि ये तो बहुत बड़ा प्रॉब्लम है, मैं कैसे अपने बच्चे इस दुनिया में आएंगे, ये कोबरा तो आने ही नहीं देता, तो हमें अपना घोंसला दूसरी जगह बनाना चाहिए और इसको छोड़ के चला जाना चाहिए। तो एक दिन उनको फॉक्स मिली, तो उन्होंने अपनी प्रॉब्लम को फॉक्स के साथ डिस्कस किया और फॉक्स ने उनको सॉल्यूशन बताया कि नहीं, आपको छोड़ के नहीं जाना चाहिए, हो सकता है वहां पे भी कोई ऐसी प्रॉब्लम हो और वहां भी आप नहीं सरवाइव कर पाए। तो प्रॉब्लम को मैं आपको एक रास्ता बताता हूँ, आपको करना आपको ही पड़ेगा। तो यहाँ नियर बाय किंग रहता है, तो किंग की बेटी जब भी नहाएगी तो वो अपनी ज्वेलरी वगैरह को उतारेगी और ज्वेलरी को उतारते टाइम आप उसको उठा के ले आएंगे। तो ठीक है, क्रो ने कहा हाँ हम ऐसा करेंगे। तो कि आप ऐसा करेंगे तो उस टाइम आपको सीधा यहाँ अपने घोंसले में नहीं आना है, वही सराउंडिंग में आपको राउंड लगाना है ताकि किंग के सोल्जर्स आपको देख पाए कि आप कहाँ जा रहे हैं या उनकी ज्वेलरी को किसने लिया है। तो उन्होंने ऐसा ही किया। जैसे ही उन्होंने ज्वेलरी को उठाया और प्रिंसेस ने पूरा शोर मचाना चालू किया, तो सोल्जर्स ने देखा कि ये इसको कव्वे उठा के ले गए हैं क्रो। तो उन्होंने बताया कि लाके उसको ज्वेलरी को आप क्या करेंगे, उसको कोबरा के बिल में छोड़ देंगे। आखिर किंग की बेटी का ज्वेलरी का सवाल था, इज्जत का भी सवाल था। तो किंग के सोल्जर्स थे, आपके पीछे आएंगे और पीछे आएंगे तो कोबरा के बिल में मिलेगा, तो डेफिनेटली आपकी प्रॉब्लम का सॉल्यूशन हो जाएगा। उन्होंने वैसा ही किया और किंग के सोल्जर वहां पे आए और कोबरा के बिल में ज्वेलरी थी, उन्होंने देख लिया ज्वेलरी को डाला तब। तो कोबरा को बाहर निकालना जरूरी था ज्वेलरी को लेने या मारने के लिए। तो किंग के सोल्जर आए, उन्होंने ज्वेलरी को वहां से निकाला, नहीं कोबरे को खत्म किया, फिर ज्वेलरी को निकाला और क्रो फैमिली हैप्पीली रहने लगी। तो इसके पीछे मेरा कारण ये था कि अगर अपन प्रॉब्लम को शेयर करेंगे तो कई बार अपने को बहुत अच्छी सलाह मिल जाती है और बहुत बड़ा सॉल्यूशन भी मिल जाता है। तो कंसल्टेंट की बहुत बड़ी भूमिका होती है और हमेशा अपनी प्रॉब्लम को शेयर करना चाहिए। एलिमेंट योर ट्रिगर्स, जैसे कई बार अपने को पहचानना पड़ेगा अपना जो क्या ट्रिगर करता है। जैसे बहुत बड़ा रीजन नहीं होता है पर फिर भी जैसे प्रमोशन को लेके अपने को प्रॉब्लम हो सकती है, फैमिली की किसी प्रॉब्लम को लेके अपने को बार बार स्ट्रेस क्रिएट हो सकती है। तो सबसे पहले तो अपने को पहचानना पड़ेगा, आइडेंटिफाई करनी पड़ेगी कि हाँ किस चीज से मैं स्ट्रेस्ड हो रहा हूँ और फिर उसका सॉल्यूशन निकालना पड़ेगा। तो पहले पहचानना बहुत जरूरी है कि स्ट्रेस करने वाली चीज क्या है, तो उसको फिगर आउट करना बहुत जरूरी है, पहचानने के बाद उसका सॉल्यूशन ढूंढना। मैनेजिंग योर स्ट्रेस कैन मेक ए रियल डिफरेंस टू योर हेल्थ। मैं इस पिक्चर के माध्यम से आप देख रहे हैं रिलैक्स, डाइट और हैप्पीनेस कैसे कैसे आपको चीयर्स रखती है। ये एक स्टडी है जिसके माध्यम से प्रूव हो रहा है कि वन स्टडी शोज दैट वुमेन विथ हार्ट डिजीज लिव लॉन्गर टू देयर live longer through the stress management program. So stress management should be there in your life. Otherwise, stress की वजह से बहुत बड़ी प्रॉब्लम होती है, और अचीवमेंट जो हम करना चाहते हैं वो ना केवल खुद के लिए अभिशाप है स्ट्रेस, बल्कि पूरी सोसाइटी के लिए एक अभिशाप है, और यंगर जनरेशन के सामने तो बहुत बड़ी है, क्योंकि उनमें मेंटल टफनेस बहुत बड़ी कमी है, और उसके लिए रिस्पॉन्सिबल है एजुकेशन इंस्टीट्यूट, our government. So laughter is the best medicine for the stress. So at least I would like to say, don't limit your challenges, challenge your limits. Thank you very much.
Thank you, ma'am, for your enlightenment speech, presentation on stress management. We have got so many questions in chat box. From that, I would like to ask only one, which is asked by Dr. Savita ma'am. Ma'am, the question is, how can we identify the stress at the initial level, especially negative stress?
Okay. Yes. How can they identify the negative stress? मैम,
Yes.
इसका जैसे कि कई जो स्ट्रेस जो है, फिगर आउट अपने को कैसे करना है, कैसे पता लगेगा कि आप स्ट्रेस एनवायरनमेंट में रह रही हैं। जैसे छोटी छोटी चीजों से आपको इरिटेशन होना शुरू हो जाएगा, हेडेक प्रॉब्लम, जैसे मैंने स्लाइड के थ्रू बताया भी था कि ये शॉर्ट पीरियड जो है इसके सिम्टम्स क्या है, जैसे कि हेडेक हो जाना बिना विदाउट एनी रीजन, अपने को लगता है कि हेडेक शुरू हो गया, कई बार अपने को महसूस होता है, तो कुछ कुछ अपने पीछे ऐसे चल रहा है जो हम करना चाहते हैं नहीं कर पाते हैं, दैट, और बहुत छोटे छोटे रीजन से अपने, जैसे हेडेक है, फटीग चालू हो जाता है, डिफिकल्टी इन स्लीपिंग, डिफिकल्टी इन कंसंट्रेटिंग, अपसेट स्टमक, इरिटेटिंग बिहेवियर, so that is the symptoms of the short term stress. So beginning symptoms is the stress we can call.
Thank you very much, ma'am, for explaining in a very beautiful way, with the storytelling way, about how to manage stress. Through sports only, it is possible that we can manage our stress. Sometimes we want to do something, but when we can't do these things, even it's a reason for stress. It is a beautiful thing what you have said through your presentation. And what exactly the definition you have given, someone trying to repair every situation, that too solely, is called as a stress. But again, stress is a choice, and through pranayam, yoga, and sports activity, we can control the stress. And the last slide, laughter is the best medicine for the stress. We really thank you, ma'am, from the principals of management and the entire faculty for giving a beautiful presentation. Ma'am, if you don't mind, there is another one question our
No problem.
participants want to ask. What to do in a conflict when two people having stress live together?
Yeah.
If two people are living together, like how they should manage
लिविंग
it.
टुगेदर एंड कॉन्फ्लिक्ट इन
Yes.
द वैचारिक मतभेद आप जिसको कह सकते
Yes,
हैं,
yes. वैचारिक
तो
मतभेद, ma'am.
कंप्रोमाइजेशन इज द बेस्ट सॉल्यूशन। एंड सर, जब भी आप एक दूसरे के साथ रहते हैं तो मेरे हिसाब से एक दूसरे के गुणों का अगर देखना चालू कर देंगे, अवॉइड, और उसके जो कमियां हैं उसको अवॉइड कर देंगे देखना। जैसे कि फॉर एग्जाम्पल आपके साथ कोई भी रह रहा है, तो उसके जैसे कि हैबिट्स होंगी, लेट उठना, लाइट ऑफ नहीं करना, लाइट ऑन छोड़ देना, क्लीनेस नहीं करना, या कोई भी हैबिट जो आपको अच्छी नहीं लगती हैं, तो आपको उसके ऊपर फोकस करना चाहिए कि उनमें कौन सी अच्छी हैबिट्स है, कौन सी ऐसी चीज है, उसी पे आपको फोकस करना चाहिए। तो आपको थोड़े टाइम बाद उसमें कमियों की बजाय गुण ही नजर आएंगे, और ये लगेगा कि हाँ, ये आपके लिए बहुत ही बेनिफिशियल है। या फिर आप अपने बिहेवियर्स, आपको लाइफ जो स्ट्रेस मैनेजमेंट प्रोग्राम्स को भी ज्वाइन करना चाहिए। डॉक्टर्स की भी, अगर मेंटली लगता है कि हाँ एक दूसरे की कॉमन प्रॉब्लम है या कमियां निकालने मात्र से आपको ये दोनों की हो रही है एडजस्टमेंट की वजह से, तो एडजस्टमेंट इज द बेटर वे। बट फिर भी अगर मेंटली कुछ लगता है तो डॉक्टर्स की हेल्प भी आपको लेनी चाहिए। लाइफ टाइम मैनेजमेंट, तो स्ट्रेस मैनेजमेंट के जो प्रोग्राम्स हैं वो ज्वाइन करना चाहिए। और सबसे बेस्ट ये है कि एक दूसरे के गुणों को, एबिलिटीज को, और जो उनके गुण हैं उनको ही आपको जो अच्छी है गुड हैबिट्स के ऊपर ही फोकस करना चाहिए। बैड हैबिट्स को नहीं काउंट करना चाहिए, उनको इग्नोर करना चाहिए। उससे आपको बहुत बड़ा रिलीफ मिलेगा। और एक दूसरे की मतलब आप कई बार क्या होता है जैसे कि आप तारीफ नहीं करना चाहते हैं एक दूसरे की, तब भी ये बहुत बड़ा रीजन होता है। सिर्फ कमियां देखते हैं और अच्छाइयों को उनको अपन सामने नहीं लेके आते। तो एक दूसरे की अच्छाइयों को सामने लाने की कोशिश करो और उसको थोड़ा तारीफ करने की कोशिश करो उसके अपने बिहेवियर से। तो ये बहुत बड़ा एक अच्छा सॉल्यूशन हो सकता है। और आप एक दूसरे के साथ रहने में बड़ा अच्छा भी फील होगा। और कई बार ये है कि ठीक है ये नहीं हो रहा तो मैं कर सकता हूँ, कंप्रोमाइजेशन भी कई बार ऐसी सिचुएशन में कर लेना चाहिए। अगर बहुत बड़ा क्लोज है, डिवोर्स जैसी सिचुएशन भी आ रही है तो, और एक दूसरे की एबिलिटी को पहचानना चाहिए इसमें मेरे हिसाब से।
Okay, I think the participants have got their answer. Little bit sacrifice and compromise will, definitely solve
Yes.
many problems in a life. And with this, I uh, conclude the first session and really thank you, ma'am, for enlightening about how to manage stress. Thank you once again, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Any questions, ma'am, please?
No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
I skip some slides related to yoga because all participants related to sports background. That's why I skip, because
Okay, okay, ma'am. No problem.
क्योंकि each and everyone was aware about the yoga and all things. That's why
Okay, ma'am.
I show
Okay.
some asanas only.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
thank you very much.
Thank you,
And
ma'am. Thank you.
thank you very much for inviting me and giving me the chance. Thank you very much, ma'am.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Immediately, we are going to begin with the second session of 7-day faculty development program. I would like to give a brief introduction of Dr. Gajanan Prabhu B. Dr. Gajanan Prabhu B is working as assistant professor in the Department of Postgraduate Studies and Research in Physical Education, Coimbatore University since 2006. He has completed his Master of Physical Education from Lakshmi Bai National College of Physical Education, Trivandrum. He has secured Lieutenant Colonel KSC Nair Gold Medal for obtaining first rank in his post-graduation during 2003 and 5. He has successfully completed National Eligibility Test with Junior Research Fellowship conducted by University Grants Commission during December 2004. He has completed his PhD in Physical Education from Coimbatore University under the guidance of Dr. S.M. Prakash. His study titled Influence of Loading Patterns and Muscular Performance on Bone Minerals Density of Trained Athletics was a remarkable contribution in the field of exercise physiology and sports medicine. Sir has also completed NIC certificate course in athletics and handball from Sports Authority of India. He has published altogether 63 research articles in reputed journals in the field of physical education and sports. Sir has been handling BPEd and MPEd theory as well as practical classes at Coimbatore University since 2006. He has been the member of Board of Studies, Board of Examiners, Board of Appointment of various universities. Presently, he is the coordinator of BPEd and Yoga of Coimbatore University. He is also the noodle officer for the Youth Red Cross of Coimbatore University jurisdiction. With this brief introduction, I welcome Dr. Gajanan Prabhu sir for the second session. I welcome sir.
Thank you, Sarika Nagare.
Thank you.
Am I audible?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, myself, Dr. Gajanan Prabhu from Kuvempu University, Shankarghatta. I am here before you to present a talk on wellness through home-based physical activities. I hope English will be better for all.
Yes, sir.
Many
Yes.
of them are not comfortable with Hindi, I guess. So majority are from Karnataka, and I'll proceed with English if it's okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, let's just look at this saying by Gautam Buddha. To keep the body in good health is a duty. Okay, otherwise we shall not be able to keep our mind strong and clear. So we will have to focus on this in these difficult times of COVID pandemic. To keep our body healthy is our duty. We should not forget this. In the due course of time, in the last 3-4 months, what we have done is we have majority of us have led a sedentary lifestyle. So this has affected our health altogether. We'll have to agree with this. And if you don't focus on your health, then it will be very difficult for us to keep our mind strong and clear. So the outline of my talk will be as below. First of all, we'll understand what wellness is. Then we'll see some of the recommendations for physical activity, especially given by World Health Organization. Then we'll be seeing the key facts on physical activity, not only just COVID-19, but before that, how actually the key facts are, what the key facts are saying about physical activity. Then we'll be seeing the benefits of physical activities. Although it is well established and we all know it, but we'll have to have a relook on it. Next, very importantly, home-based physical activities. This is actually primary focus of concern because we are not able to go outside and mingle with people. So what is actually home-based physical activity and why is it and to whom is it? And I will be comparing this home-based physical activity with externally based physical activity, not just a comparison, it just will be seeing what is the difference between the two. Tracking the effectiveness of home-based physical activities. It's not just enough that you do something, but you should track the effectiveness. You should track the benefits of that. That is very important. And very importantly, just a moment, some people are joining right now. Next, we'll be focusing on formulating home-based physical activity training program. That is very important. You formulate it for yourself or you for a family member or even to some clients also. And examples of some home-based physical activities which we can include in this particular training program, and I will be concluding it at the end. So these are the outline of my study, of my paper presentation. What is wellness? Actually, wellness is something stated by Richard Gerber, a state in which a human being functions at an optimal level of integration between the elements of body, mind, and spirit. The well individual is one who is happy, who is healthy, and whole. Included here is a whole person and who perceives his or her life as one with his meaning and purpose. Every person has a meaning and purpose for his life, so he should be in a position to realize this to the maximum. So what is this definition given by World Health Organization says? Wellness is the optimal state of health of individuals and groups, not just individuals, but groups. This is also very important. There are two focal concerns here, as stated by World Health Organization. The realization of the fullest potential of an individual physically. Everyone has got potentialities, so we should be in a position to realize it fully. That includes physically, psychologically, socially, spiritually, and economically, and the fulfillment of one's role expectations in the family, community, place of worship, workplace, and other settings. So an individual plays different role in different situations, in different circumstances. So he should be up to the expectations from him. That is very important. National Wellness Institute defines wellness as an active process through which people become aware of and make choices toward a more successful existence. So we people exist and perish one or the other day. But what actually is important is we should be, our process should be very active, and people should be aware of their potentialities, and make good choices, correct choices, more meaningful choices in their life, and their existence should be successful. That is very important. So there are 8 dimensions of wellness. When we go through the different spectrums of wellness, there are 8 dimensions. Uh, first and foremost is physical wellness. Uh, we cannot neglect this, because a healthy mind in a healthy body is very important. Sound mind in a sound body is very important. We know all these things. So physical wellness relates to maintaining a healthy body and seeking care when needed. So maintaining a healthy body. So during this COVID-19, in the process of this lockdown and other things, we have been, our physical wellness has been affected. And we are prone to various ailments in our life. So we should take care of our physical wellness, at least now onwards. So it's very difficult to go out, but still home-based physical activities will be a solution for this. And there are 8 dimensions here. Second one is intellectual wellness. It involves having an open mind when you encounter new ideas. So when a new idea comes to you, you should have an open mind. That is very important. You should have that acceptance. So if you don't have that acceptance, if you have some prejudices, if you have closed set of mind, then it is very difficult, and then it means that your intellectual wellness is not up to the mark. And continuing to expand your knowledge. Always you should be in a position to keep learning. That is very important. Next comes spiritual wellness. It allows you to develop a set of values in your life. That is very important. I don't mean to say, I don't want to relate it with some religion or caste or something. You should have certain values, set of values in your life, and you should stick on to that. If you stick on to that, then it means you have got spiritual wellness that help you seek a meaning and purpose for your life. Next is emotional wellness. So we tend to outburst our emotions sometimes. So emotionally well individual will relate to understanding your feelings and coping effectively with stress. The stress aspect has been explained in detail by the previous speaker. So it is very clear now what actually stress is, and you know how to cope with this. Emotional wellness, it relates to understanding of feelings. And next comes social wellness. How so man is a social animal. We mingle with many people. We have a gathering. We have a group of people around us. We have family. We have communities. We have a society. So social wellness helps you perform social roles effectively. You have different roles in different situations and very comfortably, and create a support network. So you should have a support network. When you are in need, you will be helped by others. When others are in need, you should be in a position to help them. That is very important. Next is occupational wellness. It is about enjoying your occupational endeavors and appreciating your contributions. So all these things are very important, and you should understand this very importantly. And seventh one is financial wellness. Much cannot be done on this, but still you should know it involves the process of learning how to successfully manage finance. That is very important. And the last one, but not the least, is the environmental wellness. It inspires us to live respectfully in our surroundings. It is the 8 dimensions of wellness, which I wanted to bring to your focus. Next one is recommendations of World Health Organization for wellness during COVID-19. So this particular webinar, FDP, organized by Lingaraj College of Belgaum, is mainly focusing on COVID-19 situation. So I have included this. What World Health Organization, the ultimate body, the international body to monitor and regulate our health around the world, throughout the globe. So what they are recommending. So keeping active every day is good for your body, mind, and spirit, especially during these stressful times. And more physical activities you do can improve your sleep, which is also important for good health. So as we are indoors, as we are in the lockdown, so very difficult thing is that some of us complain that we don't get enough sleep because we don't do much activities. So we fear doing activities outdoors. So in spite of all these fears, we should be active and stay healthy at home. So that is very important here. And another recommendation given by World Health Organization is be active and stay healthy at home. Focusing on doing any activity around the home is better than none at all. So something is better than nothing. So we usually speak about this. Doing some activity around the home, inside the home, is better than none at all. Sometimes we complain we don't have any facilities, we cannot do anything, we cannot go to the gym, we cannot go to the playground, we cannot go to the park, we complain many things, but still at home we can do many activities. We should not forget this. Be active during COVID-19 outbreak to maintain your heart health. That is very important. Cardiovascular diseases are on rampant. They are increasing like anything due to our lifestyle, due to our food habits, due to our stress, and due to our inactivity. Our heart health is at stake. We should be very careful about this and strengthen our muscles. You know, our muscles, if you don't give enough work to it undergoes a process called atrophy. That is very dangerous in right aspect. And then if your muscle strength comes down, what after the COVID-19 lockdown, how will you deal with your day-to-day activities? That is very important. And also your flexibility. So if you are active at home, if you do some physical activity, your flexibility will also be maintained. It is good for your mental health too. So in the later stage of my presentation, I will focus some studies on this, which help home-based physical activities helps in mental health also. Be active at home during COVID-19 outbreak. What are the things that we can do? Try exercise classes online. So this technology has helped us a lot in dealing this COVID-19 lockdown. We cannot just imagine without this technology, without this social media, without Google, without YouTube channels, we cannot imagine, we cannot just imagine our life. So there are plenty of resources available. Make use of that. Join some free classes online and try some exercises that are very important. You will get guided instruction there, supervision by expert. That is very important. And you can chat with them. You can come with some solutions if you have some problems. You can do many things. So online classes are very helpful, but you should take it in the right sense. Don't overdo anything. That is very important. And the second important thing you can do is dance to music. So this can be done very well inside the house. You put on the headset and do some aerobic dance steps, or do some dance, or just keep on tapping your leg. That is important. And play active video games. There are XR games. So the new concept has been formed nowadays. XR games, like video games. There are XR games. If you move your legs, only the game proceeds. If you move with your hand, if you play with your hands, if you give activity, if you do some activity, only then the game proceeds. Next, try skipping rope. That is also very useful activity that can be done during this lockdown and during when you are at home. Do some muscle strength and balance training. That is very, I have talked about this earlier. And balance is also very important. So once you become overweight, then your balance will be affected. So there are studies stating a relationship between your balance and your body weight. So you should be very careful about all these things. If you keep eating, or if you are into positive energy balance, then you will put on weight and it will be very difficult for you to reduce it in future. So tips to stay active at home during COVID-19 outbreak. Walk up and down the stairs. If you cannot do anything, if you cannot do all those things that were mentioned in the previous slide, then definitely there will be stairs in your home or in your complex or somewhere. Walk up and down several times. Do it. Do some stretching exercises. Yoga is a very good activity that can be done at home. Yogasanas, Surya Namaskars. Okay. Dance to music for a few minutes. Seek more ideas and resources online. So these are suggested by World Health Organizations. We'll have to focus on this. Next, what does World Health Organization say on certain facts on physical activity? In 2018, a report was given in which it states, World Health Organization clearly states that insufficient physical activity is a key risk factor for non-communicable diseases. So non-communicable diseases like cardiovascular diseases, very common. Very recently, we found a Kannada film actor who lost his life because of this cardiovascular disease. So the reasons are not very clear, but still, for the health of our heart, we have to do some activities. Insufficient, no, see, that is very important here. Insufficient physical activity. We do some activity, but we complain that there is no improvement at all. So that means you are not doing sufficiently. I'll give you some recommendations, age-related, age-based recommendations in coming slides. Cancers, diabetes, hypertension, these have become very common nowadays. So previously, some 25, 30 years back, this diabetes, none heard about that. It was it was the disease for only rich people, but now it has entered every village, every nook and corner of the globe. So you should be very careful. Prevention is always better than cure. So the another point here, WHO states, is insufficient physical activity is one of the leading risk factors for death worldwide. So not only non-communicable diseases, however we can live with it, but for death, even for death worldwide, this insufficient physical activity has been a major reason. And globally, we have to understand that 1 in 4 adults is not active enough. See, this is very dangerous. So 1 in 4 adults is not active enough, even though he is doing some physical activity, but it is not at all sufficient. More than 80% of this is more threatening. Just look at this point. More than 80% of world's adolescent population is insufficiently physically active. See, in which direction are we moving? Our body is made up for movement. Only when you move, your joints, your muscles, your bones will be healthy. But if you don't move, if you are not physically active, then what will happen to your body? What will happen to the future citizens of India, future citizens of the world? So they will be filled with lot of diseases and lot of non-communicable diseases and hypokinetic disorders. So we should be very careful regarding this, and we should motivate children to be active. So World Health Organization member states have agreed to reduce insufficient physical activity by 10%. So it is a Herculean task to reduce it by 10% by 2025. We all have to join hands. So recommendations for physical activity given by World Health Organization. This has been already touched by Reena Punia madam in her previous discussion, but still I will have to mention a very brief information here. Children and adolescents aged 5 to 17 years. See, what is the recommendation? At least 60 minutes moderate to vigorous intensity physical activity daily. So they are very particular. Every day, 1 hour should be kept away for physical activities, like any other activity of the child throughout the day. In the 24 hours of a child's life, in a child's day, 1 hour has to be stipulated for moderate to vigorous physical activities. So what is actually moderate intensity? It is given there in the bottom of the slide. And what is vigorous intensity activity is also given in the slide here. In moderate intensity activity, it makes breathing faster, feels a bit warmer. It makes the body a bit warmer. Noticeable increase in heartbeat. So heartbeat will increase. All these things are observed during moderate intensity activity. In vigorous intensity activity, it makes breathing too fast, harder. It makes breathing very harder. Lot of disturbance here. It makes breathing harder, short of breath. You cannot talk properly, you cannot converse while doing activity, and quick heartbeat. You can palpate your heartbeat, like running or swimming or doing some activity. You can increase the intensity by increasing the speed of activity in particular. And for adults aged 18 to 64 years, what is the recommendation given by WHO? At least 150 minutes of moderate intensity or at least 75 minutes of vigorous intensity physical activity throughout the week, or an equivalent combination of moderate vigorous intensity activities. So there should be a combination of moderate as well as vigorous activity. We cannot do vigorous activity daily on daily basis. So we can change it, we can alternate it, and we can do a lot of combinations in that. So at least 150 minutes of 150 minutes of moderate intensity or 75 minutes vigorous intensity activity throughout the week. You can plan it accordingly, according to your available time and resources, of course. For additional health benefits, adults should increase their moderate intensity activity 300 minutes per week. So if you want added benefits, if you want to remain in good shape, if you want to keep NCDs away, then you have to increase the activity for 300 minutes per week. Muscle strengthening activities involving major groups or 2 or more days a week. So muscle strengthening has to be done, or else, as I told you, there will be atrophy of muscles, then you will be lack of strength and a lot of many problems, related problems. So at least twice a day, twice a week, you should focus something like stretching, strengthening activities. I'll give the examples later on. What about adults aged 65 years and above? Their number is increasing day by day. So it is a considerable number now. So if you go to the statistics given by World Health Organization and census data, if you look upon this number of population above 65 years is increasing considerably. So even they have to be given a similar moderate intensity or vigorous intensity physical activity. And very importantly, the third point you will have to look upon, those with poor mobility, who cannot move, who are bedridden, who are on the wheelchair, who cannot move very easily, they should perform physical activity to enhance balance. So their activities should focus, should aim at improving balance, and very importantly, they should prevent falls. So while doing physical activity, if there is a fall, then since their bones are brittle, there will be fracture very easily. Their bones are prone to fracture. So you should be very careful regarding that. And 3 or more days per week should be kept for this, for improving mobility as well as enhancing balance and preventing falls. Muscle strengthening has also to be focused here. So this is very important for them. So muscle strengthening is also very important. What are the proven benefits of physical activities? Now, we know the benefits of physical activity. We all say, we all talk about that. But what are the proven benefits? So regular, so this word is very important here. Regular and adequate, that is also very important. Adequate. It's not that you do a very little bit of activity, then you say that nothing has happened to your body. But if you do it adequate, if you do it in adequate levels, what are the benefits that can be seen in the human body? So it improves muscular and cardiorespiratory fitness, which is very essential for day-to-day life as well as for sporting endurance. Improve bone and functional health. So bone health, bone mineral density can be enhanced, and even the functional health. The body has 13 systems, and every system has to function in good balance. So if you are into physical activities, if you are regular, and if you are having adequate physical activity, your functional health will be good. It reduces the risk of hypertension. We know high blood pressure is a very big problem nowadays. Coronary heart diseases, various types of cancers, including colon and breast cancer, and even depression. So mental problems can also be dealt with this physical activities. So when you are doing some physical activity, you are forgetting your worries. That is very important. So when you are forgetting your worries, when you are away from the stress, you are focusing on running, you are focusing on working muscles, you are focusing on some ball or some activity or some rhythm or some music during dance, or you are listening to some instruction by the teacher, then your stress level comes down and you can come out of depression over a period of time. It reduces the risk of falls as well as hip and vertebral fracture. So these are more common in older people. Falls can be reduced due to physical activities. Your balance will improve. Are functional to energy balance and weight control. So obesity is a big problem nowadays because of our inactive lifestyle and food habits and stress and many other hormonal changes in the body. There are problems related to energy balance and weight control. So obese people, it's a lot of burden to them and burden to all others also. If they are this obesity leads to many other health problems, so we all know that. We need not talk much about that. So if you are into regular physical activities, then your energy balance will be proper and you can control your weight as per your will. So environmental factors discouraging people from being more active. You know, there are a lot of benefits of physical activity, but what happens when you go outdoors? So fear of violence. People are scared. If we go at 5:30 in the morning for a walk or for a jog, so someone, we may be a victim of some violence or some crime or some theft. All these things are possible outdoors. Then high density traffic. So we complain, especially in cities like Delhi, Mumbai, Bangalore, and a lot of traffic, and we are not in a position to do our physical activity very comfortably. Then low air quality, air pollution has been rampant, and it has been widespread everywhere. Even villages nowadays, we cannot say that we get pure air in villages. So due to globalization, liberalization, and all these things, low air quality is another problem that we are facing, especially in cities, metropolitan cities. So outdoor activities have become difficult. Lack of parks, we sometimes complain. Not only complain, it's a fact. In fact, actually, there are very less number of parks. Even if there are parks, the crowd is very high. And now due to COVID-19, we cannot move easily into the parks without social distancing. And sidewalks, although there are stadiums, all the stadiums don't have the sidewalks and sports recreational facilities. So even if there is a indoor facility in a taluk headquarter, but everyone cannot go and enjoy the facility. Even if there is a swimming pool, everyone cannot go and have the privilege of having a membership or uh, enjoying the recreational facilities. So there are a lot of hindrances. So during coronavirus outbreak, we know government itself restricted some of the physical activities outdoors. Slowly now the situation is changing, but in spite of that, in future days, especially to children and people above the age of 65, it is very difficult for them to go outdoor and do some activities. So home-based activities are more suitable. Now, home-based versus externally based physical activities, that I mean to say outdoor activities. So home-based activities are suitable during COVID-19, whereas external based physical activities are risks are involved in it. So it is very, if you can manage with the risk, then you can go. Otherwise, home-based activities are suitable for you. Being fit by staying at home. So staying at home, being with the family, the best thing is that you yourself along with your family gets fit. So when you are doing some physical activity early in the morning, your family members cannot say that, oh, you do, I will be sleeping. They cannot. 1 hour, 1 day or 2 day or third day, they will be coming and joining you. So that is another good thing, doing physical activity at home. Fitness through outdoor pursuits. Here, a lot of outdoor pursuits are being done in externally based physical activities. Suitable for sedentary people, those who are not willing to go out, who are leading a sedentary lifestyle since long. So it is helpful for them. For elderly people, as I told, they cannot move easily outside, and without independently they cannot move. So for such people, indoor activities, home-based activities are very helpful. And women, we know the condition of India, how safe women are in India. So for them, they can do some activities at home. So externally based activities are suitable for all ages. So people of any age can go out and play. Very less or zero contact with others. If it is with family members, then no, it's not a big deal. We can manage somehow. But when you go out, there are high possibilities of contact with others. So at least we know this is a droplet problem. This is a droplet disease. This passes from one person to another through droplets. When a person sneezes or coughs, we don't know who sneezes, when and where, and when the droplets are on which equipment, we don't know. So a person passing by, if he sneezes or if he coughs and the droplets fall on our body and we touch our nose or mouth or eyes, then there is possibility of spreading of this coronavirus. So we should be very careful regarding this. And home-based activities, there is very less contact with others, especially outsiders, and zero contact. We can say in one sense there is zero contact with others. So what are the activities that are mainly used in home-based physical activities? That include yoga, asanas, Surya Namaskars, pranayam, all these things. Then dance is another thing, and stretching and strengthening, etc. I will be coming one by one. Externally based physical activities include cycling, swimming, park, playground, or road running. Then games and sports in the community. So all these things are possible externally. So based on that, now we are very clear that during this difficult times, home-based physical activities are most convenient and most very important also. So we should have a little bit of look into the ins and outs of home-based physical activities. What is it? Home-based physical activities include any physical activity done indoors, particularly at home, including exercise, games, dance, yoga, or any other household activity you can do. You can mop, you can sweep the house, you can do some gardening, you can remove some spider web, you can do anything, you can do any household activity, even that can be included in physical activities that burns a lot of calories. For your kind information, washing clothes by so home-based physical activities are intended to enhance health, fitness, and well-being. That is a point of focus here. Well-being of an individual or group. Elderly, middle-aged, sedentary, varying health conditions. As I told you, diabetic people, hypertensive people, cancer-prone people, all these people with varying health conditions. Next to women and differently abled individuals, they cannot be taken out. Nobody people cannot spend much time on them. This is the situation. So instead of they being burden on others, they can do some activity at home and keep themselves healthy and fit. So one thing we have to remember is that at least 6 to 8 weeks are required to see favorable effects to be visible. So for effects to become visible, it takes at least 6 to 8 weeks. You cannot hurry up. It depends on what intensity you are working upon and what volume, what amount of work, what amount of load that you are taking. So suitable during COVID-19 pandemic. I need not say much about this. Then very important thing one you should observe is you should track the effectiveness. So you are doing some physical activity at home, but if you are not tracking, then it is like beating around the bush. So you should your training should be focused, and there should be improvement over a period of time. So what are the things that can be tracked? One is body mass index. That is a very easy and handy thing that can be done. Body mass index, weight in kgs divided by height in meters whole square. Next is waist to hip ratio. So you know how to take waist to hip ratio. It is a very common measure nowadays to see the central obesity. Next, body fat analysis. There are various equipments, and these equipments, for your kind information, has become very cheaper nowadays. Long back when we were studying and when we first heard about all these things, it costs lakhs together. But nowadays, with some simple electrodes and machines, this has become very cheaper and can procure it online itself. No need to go somewhere and spend a lot of money. With very less amount you can do it, and it has been very reliable also. We have done some project works on this in our department, PG department, and we have found that these equipments are reliable enough to do some research also. At least you can track your fitness and health. And next is blood pressure. There are some equipments which can be which helps in self-assessment of your blood pressure, systolic as well as diastolic. It even gives your heart rate, and many other features are available. Omron is a very leading brand, and it is very reliable also. Next is sit and reach test. Back flexibility is very important. You should track it every now and then, and you should include activities which enhances back health. So lumbar backache has been very common nowadays. So for that reason, you have to you should try and keep your back flexible. For that, you will have to track with some sit and reach test. These boxes are also available with a very less cost. And balance tests. So very simple tests, Stork balance tests. There are many balance tests at home that you can do. Next is blood sugar levels test. One of my research scholars is working on that. It is very handy, very easy to use, very economical, and very less amount can be put here. Prevention is always better than cure. So always test your blood sugar and keep doing your physical activity. Grip strength, dynamometers are used to see the strength of the body. the grip strength can be taken and can be taken as a proxy to the entire body strength. And sit-ups and push-ups tests can be done very easily at home. If you cannot purchase these equipments, then your strength can be tested through sit-ups and push-ups test. Lung volume test, peak flow meter, for as less as 400 rupees, you will find a peak flow meter nowadays on the online. So you can get them and keep testing yourself. So your health related physical fitness can be tested, and you can track your effectiveness of the home-based physical activity. Now, very importantly, we cannot say it blindly that these activities are very useful or beneficial or effective. We cannot say it blindly. We need some research evidences. When I browsed through the internet, I found some very relevant research and very recent research explaining the effect of home-based physical activities. One in 2016 reported on the physical, psychological, and social well-being outcomes of a technology-based intervention that enable online group exercises in older adults. See, technology-based intervention that enables online group, this is very important here. Online group exercises are being done. Guided instruction has been given through technology, through various apps. And what is the result? It was found effective in motivating and enabling individuals who are less fit. So people who are less fit in the initial stages of training, they derive maximum benefits that we have that has been observed there. In another study which was conducted in last year 2019, reviewed articles published to date to examine whether home-based physical activity interventions are effective in improving physical activity and other outcomes among breast cancer survivors. I told you these home-based physical activities are very helpful for varying health conditions. For people who are having non-communicable diseases, for them also it is very helpful. So then home-based exercise programs are effective. It has been found effective in improving physical activity among breast cancer survivors. So these activities can be done at home with much ease, and effective positive results are being derived. Another study that has been done in 2018 examined the feasibility and efficacy of the 6-week home-based exercise program on the level of physical activity and physical fitness in stage 2 to stage 3 colorectal cancer survivors. See, something related to abdomen, cancer related to abdomen region. So there is in stage 2 and stage 3. What has been found? The exercise program was feasible. It was very easy to done. It was being done very easily, and it was found to be very effective for increasing physical activity level and physical fitness. So they can do activity very easily, and their fitness also improved. In another study by Goudet et al. In 2018, they examined the effects of home-based telephone-supported physical activity program. Just see, a supervisor suggests training over the telephone for older adults, veterans with chronic low back pain, and it was found that the support given through the telephone, the home-based activity that were suggested over the phone were feasible, acceptable, and safe for older adult veterans. Another study in 2003, see, there are mixed results that we have to understand. This result shows that group-based programs were found to be more effective than home-based ones. So this mixed results opens avenues for future research. So we should understand this. Not all research findings are positive. There are some negative findings also. Negative in the sense group-based programs where people involve with others leads to better results. So this is also there for future researchers. This is one of the avenue. Now I will not be focusing much here. I think all of us majority of us are from physical education background, and we have studied in our BPED and MPED courses how to formulate the home-based physical activities training program. So there are certain principles that has to be followed. We all know that we have to work in the overload. We should work with overload. It's not that you are always in the comfort zone. You have to come out of the comfort zone. You have to stress your muscles, bones. You have to strain yourself. You have to sweat yourself. That is very important. Next, progressive development should be there. The training program should not be stagnant one from week 1 to week 6. There should be progressive development in intensity as well as volume. Next, there should be continuity. It should be done on a regular basis. It's not that you are doing today and doing it, you are doing on Monday and you are doing next Friday or Saturday. Not like that. At least daily, or if not daily, at least weekly, thrice you will have to do it. And variety should be included here. This principle is very important, or else you will encounter boredom, and one you will find on one point of time people will stop the activity. So to avoid this boredom, variety is very important. Next is individualization. See, every individual is unique and his needs are unique. So the training program should be formulated individually. Next, specificity. So if you are trying to reduce fat, then you have to include certain activities which are very specifically decreasing the fat. Next is active participation. So every individual in the home-based physical activity should actively participate. He should give his 100%. That is very important. Otherwise, you cannot derive benefits. If active participation is not there, then you cannot derive benefits. Active participation from the client side as well as the teacher side. That is very important. And periodization. You have to plan the activities properly. You have the available time should be planned with some cycles, micro, meso, and macro cycles. Next is rest and recovery. This is very important. During rest, the effect of exercise actually becomes realization. And when recovery is given, we know what happens in the process of super compensation. Your ability enhances to the pre-activity level. And again, there is another principle called FIT principle: frequency, intensity, time, and type. Even this principle has to be followed. You can get it from the PPT or in the internet also. These things are very important. You have to keep this in mind before formulating home-based physical activities. Now, some of the activities that I suggest, and this should not be limited to the activities that I suggest. You can include many more activities according to your experience. Surya Namaskar and yogic asanas, standing, sitting, prone lying, supine lying, and relaxative, many asanas. There are a lot of asanas which can be done. And for your kind information, a lot of research has been done, and these asanas are being found very effective to improve the health related physical fitness of an individual. And even for sports persons, these yogasanas are very helpful. I have not touched that aspect here in my presentation, but for sports persons also, home-based physical activities play a very important role, and they can benefit and they can maintain their fitness. After COVID-19, they can come to usual practice. Surya Namaskars, a lot of research has been done and found that Surya Namaskar are very effective. We will have to do it with lot of enthusiasm, with lot of interest in it. Home-based physical activities, aerobic dance. So aerobic dance, we all know what is done here. We dance to the rhythm of the music. There is low impact and high impact, and proper. No one is required for your kind information. If you have a smartphone, if you have a music system, if you have a headset, then you can do it yourself anywhere at any time. And a good thing is that your focus is entirely shifted on the music, and you don't know how much activity you have done, and there is very less chances of boredom, and a lot of sweat will be shedded here. Next is strengthening. Own body strengthening exercises can be done. A lot of exercises are available on the internet. As I told you, you can browse it on the internet. And even external weights, if they are available at home, then you can do it. If these weights are not available, then you can lift various equipments that are at home also. You can lift a chair, you can lift a bench, or you can lift some grocery items like a rice bag or something like that, or a cylinder. Even a gas cylinder can be lifted. Many things you can do. Next, TheraBands and other fitness gadgets can be used. So these bands are found to be very effective for improving fitness. Then stair climbing, this I have already told you. If you cannot do anything, if you cannot purchase anything, the best thing you can do is climb the stairs several times in a day. And that can give you a lot of benefits. So the benefits are listed there. You can go through it. And jump roping or skipping. So jumping rope or skipping, this is also very effective and very easy, feasible way of keeping yourself fit. This we have been doing from our childhood days. Skipping is very helpful, especially your lower extremity will be loaded, and your bones become strong, your muscles become strong, and a lot of benefits can be derived from this. It's a very simple thing to do at home. Home-based physical activities, minor games. If there are 1 or 2 or 3 kids at home, as a parent, you can make your children play at home, like minor game, like a top or something of that sort. We can make them play some indigenous games also. There are some mind games that can be used. See, your brain is like a muscle. The more you exercise it, the stronger it gets. So there are games like Sudoku, and a lot of mind games are being circulated nowadays on social media. You apply your mind, think, you make your mind work, then it will be very helpful for you to keep yourself intellectually strong. That has been mentioned in the previous slide, in intellectual wellness. So intellectually, you keep on improving. You can keep yourself improving through physical activities. Art and craft activities, we usually neglect this. We scold our children and we keep them away from these activities, but please make a point that you give enough resources for your child for art and craft, so that its fine motor skills, its eye hand coordination, and many other aspects are improved through these activities. Then home-based physical activities, which includes treadmills and cycles. So this has become very cheaper nowadays. When I first inquired, it was around 50,000, but now for the same machine, it has come around 20-22,000. So a lot of technological developments and a lot of impact of this globalization, the cost of these machines has reduced. And in this slide, you can observe here, while you are working, you can make use of these equipments, so that your time is utilized in a proper manner, and at the same time you do some exercise also. You can place it at home or work from home. There is a popular concept nowadays, work from home. For them it is very useful. And home-based physical musical instruments, if you are good at some musical instruments, then of course you can do some musical instruments. You can learn some musical instruments. There is no end for learning, there is no age for learning. So then you can learn some musical instruments, so that certain instruments where you blow air enhances your physical, your lung capacity. And if you are vacuum cleaning, or any activity, ironing or washing kitchen utensils or mopping, or you can do many activities, or you can wash your clothes instead of a machine. All these things burn a lot of calories and gives you favorable effects. See, in our good old days, when we were not very close to these machines, we used to do it at our own. So due to that, what happened, a lot of physical activity was done by man himself, and bending and twisting activities were done, and his pancreas were given good exercise, and insulin was secreted in a proper manner, and there were a lot of benefits of these household activities. But as time progressed, as globalization or technological advancement was found in the 21st century, what happened, man relied upon machines, and he became the servant of the machine, and he became too much dependent on them. So because of all these things, these NCDs have become very common nowadays. So you can do some gardening if you are really interested in plants, and planting the trees and all these things. You can maintain a small garden in front of your house or around your house. So this will again shed a lot of calories, and you can be in good shape, and you can be in good health, and you can achieve wellness. Coming to the last slide of my presentation, home-based physical activities play a significant role in achieving and maintaining wellness during difficult times of COVID-19. So I hope I have made this point very clear through my presentation with a lot of evidence and with relevant evidence, and also I have given some activities. I try to prove this throughout my presentation. If you have any doubts, still if you have some doubts about this, about the effectiveness of this home-based physical activities, then I will try to share my thought on that.
Yes, thank you very much, sir, for your informative and interesting session. We really enjoyed the session as it was a need of this hour. There are some questions of hope so that you will answer those questions from
Yes.
Dr. Anita Malik. How many
Okay.
Surya Namaskar you suggest at the age of 45 years for a woman?
Okay, at the age of 45, it depends on many things. First thing is whether that particular woman was active or not. Whether she was active, whether she led a active lifestyle, whether she was very active in physical activities, then she can do up to 50. It all depends on her previous fitness level and her need and the present health condition. So many things count here. So for that reason, a fitness instructor can be consulted, and with the consultation of doctor, of course, a physician has to be consulted before doing activities. Blindly, we cannot suggest anything, and one thing cannot fit to everyone. That is also a very, very important thing that I mentioned in principles there. A principle of individualization based on the present health status, previous experience in physical activities. We can suggest number of Surya Namaskars. Right now, I would like to say that 10 to 15 will be enough.
Okay, thank you, sir. So some participants are having bit confusion about what is the difference between XR video and video game.
Huh. XR video, see what happens in XR video, there are no winning and losing there. It's just done for time pass or recreation. That's all. But in XR games, sometimes it is played against his own targets, or it is played with another participant. So in XR games there is competition, whereas in XR videos it's just like looking at the videos and doing some activity and trying to improve the health and fitness of that particular individuals. So videos give you information on the based on that information from the video, they do some exercise.
Okay, so another one question, sir. How
Yeah.
to check static and dynamic balance?
Okay, static balance, there are one leg stand. So one leg stand can be used for static balance, and for dynamic balance, there are various skill related tests in which the dynamic balance of the individual is tested. He is made to move on some beams, balancing beams, or some courses are planned on the ground, and he will have to move in that particular course, and then the time he takes in moving that course, or the hurdles, or crossing the hurdles, and these courses of actions are being used to assess the dynamic balance.
Okay, so another one question, sir.
There
If
are
you
many
don't mind.
standard tests that can be browsed over the internet for static as well as dynamic balance.
Okay, okay, sir. So another one question, sir. Shall we walk in the 8-shape model? Is it affect cancer person?
8, figure of 8. They mean to say
Yes,
figure of 8.
yes, yes. Figure of 8, sir. Figure of 8.
We will have to browse. I'm not very clear about this particular point. We'll have to check the literature, and then we have to answer this question. Figure of 8, see, it's just like any other walking, but the thing is that you are moving in a particular way. So your centrifugal and centripetal force, it attracts your body to a particular direction, and you move in a particular figure of 8 model. There may be some possibilities of effects of walking on that, but I'm not very clear right now.
Okay, sir. Another one question, sir. Is there lung volume test is suitable for present situation?
Lung volume test, yeah.
Yes, sir.
Lung volume test, actually it gives you,
Present condition for research scholar, sir.
that means to say COVID-19 during
Yes,
this
yes, for research
situation,
scholar.
COVID-19. Yes,
Yes, sir.
it can be a very good topic for research. But people who are already affected with COVID-19, I'm not sure they will cooperate with you. But those who have come out of that, those who have recovered from that, I think it is better to work on them so that they don't encounter it again. This is one thing. And for healthy individuals, in order to prevent this COVID-19, you can make a study on this. That can be a very good topic, good suggestion.
Okay, so the last question I would like to ask, there are, like how we should practice to improve mental stability and keep us motivated in this particular crisis.
Yes, in yoga, 8 limbs of yoga includes this pranayama and dhyana. So in dhyana again, there is sagunopasana and nirgunopasana. So dhyana has lot of favorable effects on our body. So prayer, dhyana, meditation, pranayama, all these things are very helpful, which can be done indoors, which can be included in home-based physical activities, and it has got lot of positivity. It enhances positivity in the body. When you take a lot of oxygen inside, the negativity can be thrown outside in the form of carbon dioxide. And when a lot of oxygen reaches the cellular level, there are favorable benefits, and definitely there will be positive impact on the body. So this is one important thing I can say. Pranayama, dhyana, and meditation. Then in pranayama, there are a lot of techniques like Anuloma Viloma, Chandra Bhedana, Surya Bhedana, Nadi Shuddhi, then Brahmari, then you have Kapal Bhati. Every technique has got its own benefits. Shitali, Shitkari, it has got its own benefits. So a lot of research has been done. It's better you look into the research and find a suitable pranayama technique for your need.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much, sir, for highlighting the importance of physical activity by being in a home. And sir has beautifully explained about yoga, aerobic dance, fitness, gadgets, how we should use, then how, the use of a staircase we have to do, climbing, jumping rope, then mind games like Sudo. So these all things will help definitely to our participants. Once again, I thank you, sir, for giving informative session, and it's beneficial for all the ages of this particular group. Thank you
Yes,
so much, sir.
I take this opportunity to thank Lingaraj College, Belgaum, the principal, all the staff members, and particularly Dr. Ramarao for giving me this opportunity to share my thoughts. Thank you very much for each one of you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. I request all the participants to join tomorrow's session at 11 o'clock. Link will be sent to your registered email ID. So I request all the participants to join on time. Thank you, sir. Thank you, everybody.